Philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." But here's what they don't tell you: that why rarely arrives fully formed. It evolves. It grows. It changes. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly alive? I'm not talking about happiness. I'm talking about that feeling of being exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do. For some, it might be losing track of time while creating something. For others, it's helping someone through a difficult moment. Those moments aren't accidents. They're clues. But here's the problem. We're terrible detectives. We miss the clues because we're too busy looking for the grand revelation. Let me share something personal. For years, I thought my purpose would announce itself with fanfare and certainty. I waited and waited. Meanwhile, life was passing me by. It wasn't until I stopped waiting and started paying attention that things began to shift. I noticed patterns in what energized me versus what drained me. I saw connections between seemingly random interests. The picture didn't form overnight. It emerged gradually, like a Polaroid developing. So how do you start building your purpose instead of waiting to find it? I've broken it down into 4 steps that actually work, not because some guru said so, but because they're grounded in both research and real life. Step 1. Track your energy, not just your time. For the next week, notice when you feel energized and when you feel depleted. What activities make you lose track of time? What conversations leave you feeling more alive? What problems do you enjoy solving? Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi calls this flow state, when you're so immersed in what you're doing that everything else fades away. Flow isn't just enjoyable, it's a signpost pointing toward purpose. Don't just think about this abstractly. Actually write it down. Create 2 columns, energizing and draining. Be specific. Maybe teaching concepts to others energizes you, but preparing lesson plans drains you. Maybe strategic problem solving lights you up, but administrative tasks burn you out. These patterns matter more than you think. Step 2. Look for the intersection of 3 circles. The first circle is what you're good at, your skills and natural talents. The second is what the world needs, problems that need solving. The third is what you care about, causes or ideas that matter to you. Where these 3 overlap, that's your sweet spot. That's where purpose begins to take shape. Japanese culture has a concept called ikigai, your reason for being. It's found at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. While not everyone's purpose needs to be their career, this framework helps clarify what matters. Think about someone like Jane Goodall. She combined her love of animals, her patience and observational skills, and the world's need to understand and protect chimpanzees. Her purpose emerged at that intersection. But here's where most people get stuck. They expect to immediately see how these pieces fit together. Purpose isn't usually that obvious. It's more like connecting dots that at first seem unrelated. Which brings me to step 3. Start small, but start now. Purpose isn't built through thinking. It's built through doing. Take one small action today, based on what energizes you or what problems intrigue you. Maybe you've noticed that explaining complex topics in simple terms energizes you. Start a blog where you break down difficult concepts. Maybe you're drawn to environmental issues. Volunteer for a local cleanup. These actions might seem insignificant, but they create momentum. They put you in contact with new people, ideas, and opportunities. They help you refine what matters to you. Remember, purpose isn't a destination. It's a direction. You don't need the entire roadmap to take the first step. And this leads to something critical that most people miss. Purpose isn't static. It evolves as you evolve. What gives your life meaning at 25 might not be the same at 45 or 65. Viktor Frankl, who survived Nazi concentration camps and wrote Man's Search for Meaning, noted that purpose can change from moment to moment, person to person. The key is remaining open to how it unfolds. Step 4. And this is crucial. Connect your actions to something larger than yourself. Research consistently shows that people find the most meaning when their efforts contribute to others or to something they believe in. This doesn't mean you need to save the world. It means connecting your daily actions to values or people that matter to you. A chef isn't just cooking food. They're creating experiences that bring people together. A programmer isn't just writing code. They're solving problems that affect how people live and work. How might your skills and interests serve something beyond your own success? That question alone can transform how you approach each day. Now, let me address the elephant in the room. What if you've tried all this and still feel stuck? What if nothing really excites you or gives you that sense of meaning? First, that's completely normal. Purpose isn't always obvious, especially in a world full of distractions and pressures. Second, consider this radical idea. What if the pressure to find your one true purpose is actually getting in your way? What if, instead of searching for your purpose, you created it through deliberate choices and commitment? Psychologist Angela Duckworth studies grit and passion. Her research suggests that passion often follows commitment and mastery, not the other way around. You don't always start with passion. Sometimes you develop it by sticking with something long enough to become good at it. So maybe the question isn't, what's my purpose? But rather, what will I commit to becoming purposeful about? This shifts everything. Instead of waiting for purpose to find you, you choose where to invest your time and attention. You decide what matters. I know what some of you are thinking, but what if I choose wrong? What if I commit to something and then realize it's not my true purpose? Here's the liberating truth. There is no wrong choice. Any direction you choose will teach you something valuable about yourself, and you can always adjust course as you learn. Think of purpose like a river, not a destination. Rivers change course over time, responding to the landscape. Your purpose will too. Your purpose isn't hiding from you. It's waiting to be built by you, one choice at a time. So what small step will you take today? What energizes you that you could do more of? What problem intrigues you enough to learn more about it? Your answers to these questions aren't just idle thoughts. They're the building blocks of a life that feels meaningful to you. And that's worth far more than waiting for some perfect purpose to arrive. Start building. Start now. The sense of purpose you're looking for might be closer than you think, just on the other side of action. What will you choose to become purposeful about today?